Hello and welcome to another Springfield build. Now guys, I am not overly confident with this one, and the reason being is because I'm already having to make compromises with the materials used. So straight away I'm going to use white wool. I can understand how quartz will be your material. I just don't like the cubed effect that is left, but obviously in other builds I've used wool and that leaves an effect of its own, so I thought we'd just stick with the same effect. Now I'm going to try and build this as close to the edge as I can. Now, this is actually the filler house, the white house. So, I'm going to try and keep it. I've got to leave enough space, so I'm just going to start here. 1, 2, and then we got. I'm not too sure whether to use the red sandstone or the acacia planks. So, I'm going to stick with the acacia for now. Leave a space of 3. And then start going across on this side. So we've gone 4 high on the door frame. Now another one that I don't like is the fact that I am going to have to do this door at the 4 high. Now normally I would stick with a 5 high by 3 wide. Now I'm trying to keep this as accurate as possible, but at the same time trying to remember to break it off in time. So take this quartz slab away. We'll use our acacia wood slab and run this one across the top. In fact, first off we're going to put a yellow clay in the middle. Now there should be glass within this. Now I'm wondering, we can put the glass there on the 3rd layer up, still in keeping with our door, and we can run this one across the top so it becomes like 4.5 on a door frame. Let's just get the door out of the way for a moment. I'm going to go ahead, chuck my tripwire hook straight on there. Now I hate using 4. I'm going to take this off, and then I'm actually gonna place my 5, just because I don't want to get through it and realise that I could have done it this way. Yeah, man, I might be up for that in a bit. A little bit busy at the moment. I'll let you know when I get off, man. So I'm just gonna chuck this down. We'll use this height, so we got the 5th block, making it the 4.5. And we go ahead and chuck in these, and I'm wondering whether we should pull it out an extra length as well. Let me just look at my picture. So if we just start layering across like so, knowing that our window's got to go in here. Now guys, we can't put no window frames on it because we're very limited already. Let's start pulling this frame in. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to make it 4. So we'll pull this in. I'll take it up to the top block for now. And we're going to need 4 on this side, but it obviously changes shape at this side of the building. So this is just our front arch for now. And I'm going to use the sandstone for the roof. I'm actually wondering whether to change this over for the darker wood. Or we could stick with the acacia wood. I think we stick with the sandstone mainly because I want to use it for window frames. But we could try it out at this size. And at worst, we may take this extra 1 away, but I don't think we should. So we'll just go ahead and layer this up. And I'm going to take it all the way up with stairs. We won't try the slabs yet. cross it there for now, I think. Just start pulling this in, and then we can work on the rest of the house. I have no idea what should be at the back, so we're going to have to sort of make a bit of a guess on window sizes and stuff like that. And realistically, we should have an overhang on this roof, but the only way I could see myself doing that is if we take this wall away and stick it in at 1. But I really don't want to do that, so I'm just going to carry on as I mean to go. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I know I need 3 for my window at least, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5, and we could keep the 1 in the middle, but we want to go up a little bit higher than that. I was going to chuck in the clay at the bottom, but I really don't think that would have worked too well. So I'm just thinking if we take our sandstone and add it like so, should end up with some nice window frames. At least we'd know if we can work with this, or if not, we have to do it in our usual fashion. So like so, with a slab, and then bring up our last stair. I don't know if that's a little bit too short, but I think it's the best way we're going to get a tidy window out of it. Now the top is a little bit small, or smaller than I was hoping for, but at the same time I do think that's about the best result we're going to get, rather than going higher and actually having window sills rather than frames. So on this side, kind of weird, this side has no arch in it at all, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now really we've got to work out this roof over here really, so we're going to go another extra 1, and then place for our window, so 1, 2, 3, and build up around it. And we're going to need space for 2, so we can go ahead chuck in an extra row here, and I think it's going to be the same on the other side of the build, or at least I think that's the way I'm going to do it. And we'll do the same with the windows again. So like so, and chuck these, oh, wrong side. I want to chuck these in the same as we've done before, remembering to put our slab in between. And then obviously we've got 1 more to go back in this side, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then how much of a gap? I think is pretty much symmetrical, so we're going to have the extra 2 wall on the side. 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3. Now, it actually only occurred to me earlier to use the stairs like this for the first time today. Never really occurred to me today, and then I was having a little think about this build. I thought what would be the best way to go about it, and this is actually what I come up with while I was thinking about it. I think they actually look like pretty good windows. So we lose the clay at the bottom, but at the same time we sort of, it looks better with these windows in. So the annoying part is that we can't get all the windows the same. Like I say, the door I would love to have had 4 wide, but then at 4 wide we'd have the 2 center there, so we could make a window of the middle. But at the same time then when you look, the door's then going to be 4 wide, it's going to have to come up an extra 1. Really not feeling good about that. So worst at the moment, we may take this wall away and bring it to here, so this roof can literally sit on this level rather than add in an extra one. But for now, we're going to keep it like this, because I think it looks really not that bad. So I'm going to drag this one across, and let's put our roof down next to it, so we don't get confused. So there we go. So what else can we see in a picture of this? So we've got our two windows there. We've got a one window. Really, it's this side that is the mystery. So how many have we put in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Now I know we've overshot 5 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm wondering if that is actually enough. We can get away with putting in our window right there. Now, hoping this is fine. Now I can't be sure because, like I say, we are just working this out now. And obviously the problem with working out right now and then is we never know whether it's going to work out perfectly the way we hope. Oop. So like so, put in our slabs. They're actually pretty cool window frames, probably the best ones I've come across yet. So we put that across there, and I'm hoping this is roof level. Or maybe it's the next one up. No, that's actually fine there, because when we come out one with our roof here, so I'm going to go ahead and layer this one up as well. So when our roof does go in, it should lay, should lay quite nicely into there. I think we can go the full one extra this side, because the roof doesn't seem to just jump onto it just yet. And if we was to go here, how much space have we got? We've got a nice bit of space there. So if we start running up the roof, we can work out how much room we've got to play with for the next window. So I'm not going to put in too many roofs just yet. I'll go all the way across, all the way across, like so. And then we've got to try and work it out that the roof comes down one behind. So it is going to be awkward. We are going to have to build up to there, which is great because it leaves enough of a size for a smaller window up here. So we're going to go 1, 2. Should we have gone a bit lower to the side? Maybe. Nope. So 1, 2. And then we put in our window. And now to see if it's been worth using these stairs. Let's hope so. We've now got this one, which I'm hoping isn't too small, but it did have to be smaller. Maybe we could move it over one touch. So we chuck that in, knock these ones out, and do exactly the same, but now moved over about one block. Let's hope that's more where it should be, but we are now going to hit that roof peak right there. So let's just keep the roof going up. Let's see what it looks like from the front, because bearing in mind the roof does change its shape. Oh, I don't really like the idea, but we'll find that Windows placement once we've done this, just so we know exactly where we are. So we've got this part, then we start coming down the other side, making sure that we actually come in where we want to. So, like that. So it looks a little weird, because obviously that part's there, but that is literally where it should be. And then we should literally have it this way, but obviously I don't really want that roof to change around just yet. There we go. And there we go. We've now found our next part of the roof. So we can add on our extra parts there. So let's go have a quick look. It's actually coming together pretty well. I think we could actually add that layer of clay at the bottom if we wanted to. See, it's a bit smaller than what it is at there, but that should be fine. So next part for me is to swing around this side. Try and keep it a little bit symmetrical. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I think, I'm not sure whether to add this back piece or not, whether to extend it. I think we'll put the window in as an offset. So like this. So it's like 1 over from the front, so it doesn't look so dodgy from the back. We'll chuck that in there and there. There and there. And obviously we want another one right there and there. I actually really like these windows. This is fancy. So there we go. We got this part done, and then we want a gap. Now we could add 3 windows, but personally I'd rather not. And I don't particularly want to be adding extra doors when I don't have to. So let's just go find our centerpiece up here. Now I don't think there'd be a window this side of the house. And the reason being is because there is actually like a wall, a retaining wall at this side. So I'm guessing this side is going to be windowless. So we can go ahead and fill this side right up. And at the same time we can also go and find that center place for them for the roof as well. So we're just going to pull this one all the way across. Now we've still got to put an upstairs window in the opposite side coming out of the roof. It shouldn't be too much of an issue, not with this far. We want to go one off of the edge, like so. And now just missing one on each end every time. And there we go, we've now found our center. Now if we work it in over this side, just see what we've got to play with. Got one. Let's try and keep it. Sorry guys, you don't have to put this wall in. I'm just literally doing this so I can sort of have a little play around and see where I'm actually supposed to be with this top layer. So we've got 1, 2, and there, there, and there. And now we want to try and sort of fall in on ourselves. So let's just go ahead and finish this part off. And our next layer as well. But I think we're going to build this window, say, right in between. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, realistically we only want 3. So I'm guessing we're going to have to lose a little bit of what we was not hoping for. So we've got 3 up here at the moment. 1, 2, 3. And we go all that way down so we can keep this window the right size, which is quite handy. So we've got 1, 2, 3 there. Doing the same as what we would do on all the other windows so far. We're just going to chuck these in. Chucking our slab. So we've got that. Then we can go ahead and finish off this wall as well. Obviously we need to try and think about window placement now as well. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. How much room we got here? So we go 1, 2, 3, 4 this side. And hopefully that should take us somewhat closer to where our window should be. Well, not should be, but where we're going to put it anyway. And I think we're add an extra block this side. So we can go ahead and stick these in, 1, 2, 3. 3 rows up. And then fill in the rest of this wall. Knowing that we're ready for the top of the house. So we've got 1. There we go. And I do love these window frames. I think if used in the right way. Obviously if you go over this sort of length, it's not going to work because you need either stairs or slab to fill in these gaps. But I'm actually really impressed. So we've got a bit of a jumble on our windows, but that's only where we've just placed them where we kind of need them rather than where we want them. And we're going to go ahead and try and finish off a bit of this roof. Oh, we needed that one. So this one would actually be this roof. Yep. So let me look how this roof actually falls in on itself. It should have nothing to do with the front wall. And the first piece that will come along is actually this one. But we don't really want it to show that. Obviously we still got to go up the layers. So that one can actually be wall. So it didn't so much count on this side of the building being different. And I don't think it quite should be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off this side. In fact, I think we've got to finish off this roof. Yeah, this side of the roof first, so we can start peeking it in to where it should be on this roof. So then we start working out where our corner should be. So basically we've got a corner here. And then we've got to do the same over the other side. I don't know why it's been got so confusing over the other side. I think it's because of the extra arch over this side. Not really too sure. For a moment there I actually went completely blank over the other side and couldn't work out what needed to be done next. So we're going to come down that far. Oh, knock that one away. Pull this one. And put it in. So that is our centerpiece there. Let's just make sure. Yeah, so this roof is actually that little bit higher, which is thankful really. And then this side, let's just keep it going, would actually pop into there, like so. And then this side. So a bit of a weird way of doing it, but it's kind of backwards, but at the same time it helped me keep my place. So I didn't have to get so confused as I was trying to build to a roof that actually isn't on this side of the building. So chuck in these ones, pull across, and now we're pretty much home and dry. We're just free to carry this pattern on now. Just run it all the way across. Last one. I have to punch out one that I've already put there, I think. So, like so. And then, if I look at this one tidy, I think this one should be folded around as well. So, kinda like that. And then we've got one extra over there, which could in effect be this side. There we go. Fantastic. Yeah, that is done. Now the only thing I am thinking is, should we shave off this side here to leave this overhang sort of stand out that little bit more? Because it is a little weird. Let's have a quick check. Just to be sure. Really don't want this roof to come down either. So we need another one here. And then we need it there. Now guys, I can't be sure just yet, so don't copy just yet, just let me work out what I'm thinking. Yeah, I do actually think that's better. Because we do need that overhang and we don't really want to extend it anymore. So we're just going to go ahead and add the extra one inside. Like so. Spin round. Fill it up to that one in depth around the door. So we end up with this. We can put that on. Grab our slab. Pull it all the way across. Beautiful. We're going to put these top caps in as well. But first, we need to make this window. So ideally we do not have enough space to make the way we want it. Which is not great, but it still can be done. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm seriously thinking we only really need the 3 blocks. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm thinking knock this one away. I know it's going to be that little bit off center. It wasn't part of the plan. But if it needs to be, it needs to be. So now we've got, how high do we want this window? Because it seems to angle in on itself, which is a little bit annoying. Because obviously we don't have any way of doing that. So for now we're just going to stick our normal way and see where it leaves the roof. Hopefully not miles off. So if we do it like so, like that, build up and around. Now I know that is not exactly the way it is, but there doesn't seem to be a lot I can really do about that. Now this is where it gets interesting. We've got to sort of pull this one now around. So we're just going to double layer this, double layer this side as well. Now I'm kind of hoping we can do it kind of like that, and that's where it's going to go very wrong. So we knock this one away, pull this one up. At worst, I think we're going to have to lose this layer, which is annoying, but at the same time it has to be done. We're just trying to make it as accurate as possible. So we're going to pull this side in, and then put it round to there. And then we're going to pull this side like so. So we end up with the same style as it would be anyway. So this one, ooh, the one at the bottom, Okay, so we didn't twist the one at the bottom. So we went from this layer. Like so. Nope. We went from the next layer, sorry. So there we go. We're now on the right layer. So we're going to go this way, this way, and then this way. So we end up with now our overhang. So 1, 2, spin it round, and we've got our overlay. Nicely done. So like so. And then start pulling this around. And then I think all we need to do now is start thinking about a chimney. And obviously our cappers. We can do the same with this one, except it goes all the way across. Then go back to our slab. Pull off the bottom of the step. Like so. Put in our filler white there. We're now going to need our slab across the top of this one. So 1, 2. Pull this one all the way back. And our filler. And let's just have a quick look at where this chimney should be. And a quick look at the house. Which has actually turned out so much better than I would have thought. Bit unsure about this side of the house. But it is the way it is. It is kind of the way it has to be done. The only other thing we could really do is now knock out these pieces and put clay right at the bottom. Which may help, may not. In fact, I actually quite like it like that. The only thing that worries me is in the picture, that grey is very small. But at the same time, I'm going to put it in because I'm liking it for the build. For that little bit of extra detail. So we're just going to chuck this in. I'm going to chuck it all the way around. And then obviously we're going to have to chuck in our chimney as well. But I just want to check out how this looks once they're all in. And we're just going to run this all the way back. Just run to the front if we need it done. Surprising, but it does actually look pretty good. So we're going to swap over to bricks. Ooh. So we're going to need bricks, and we're going to need a slab of bricks as well. And this chimney is going to look a bit out of place, I think, because of the bricks. And we're just going to smash out these 4 here, I think. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Going up an extra level. I don't know. So I do hate building oversized chimneys, but at the same time, sometimes it is the only way to get them there. So let's have a quick... Okay, it's not that oversized, not really. Ooh, I don't know. Will that help? Will it look more layered if I do it like so? No. So I'm going to knock them away, and I'm just going to leave it how it is. I'm going to play around with it too much, because it is only a chimney. So let's have a quick look at this picture, see what sort of bits I can put in. And realistically, not a lot. So we need bushes. So we've got oak. I think we just use the... I think we use a spruce just to chuck it in, and we're just going to chuck it in the middle. I don't know if that's quite big enough. I think it is. So just to make sure, we'll just go one in front of that. And put one there. So that's our bush. We're going to want one this side as well. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Chuck one in there. And just fill in a little bit more as we go. Oh, that looks a bit too big there. Just a couple of little... like a little bit of a bush there. Got a whole side of a house bush here, which is kind of weird. So I'm just going to pull it out this way, angle it in. So it's kind of like that. I mean, there's not a lot you can really do with bushes. What I like to do is just chuck around a bit of tall grass, just to kind of blend it in a little. I think that is actually this build done, and it has actually turned out a hell of a lot better than I thought it would. Loving the window frames. I think it's very unique. Not very often you get to see or start using stuff like that. So what else is there? There is actually nothing else here. So I think let's just have a quick check if we can actually do this or not. Iron bars, I think we'll chuck a... Could maybe we put a switch or a lever on top? If we just take them away, can we put that on there? No. Oh. So how about if we just do that? Trying to make it look like it's sort of in the pole there. So I think that's about the best we can do there. But that is literally done, apart from a wall across the side of it. So we could say literally here, just to be decent. I'm just going to put it there, go across. I think that is about done. That's as good as I can get it anyway. So let's have another quick look. I actually think that's actually a pretty good build. That's worked out pretty well actually. We will have to put a wall down the other side, but obviously I'm going to have to put some more builds in to counteract that. So I'm just having a quick look. So guys, I think that is actually done. That's I don't think we're going to get any better than that. In fact, I think that's a real good attempt. I hate saying the word attempt because it sounds like you didn't do it, but I feel we nailed it, I think. So there we have it guys, that is the White House, or the White House of Simpsons filler build. We get on to another build very shortly, because I think I've got a peaceful night tonight. So anyway, thanks for watching guys, and see you soon.